Hey guys, welcome back again. So yeah, I think I mentioned in the last video, I'm not too sure, but I've not been posting for a bit because I broke my camera. It's really annoying me. But I found a way around it now. I've put an O-ring around the screen. I've got a DJ Osmo Pocket DJI 3, and the screen, when it closes, it basically turns the camera off. So I put an O-ring around it. So because of that, I just put me off filming. I couldn't be bothered, and I've had a hell of a lot going on. So ups and downs. So where have we been? Right, what have we been doing? So we're still working on the injectors. That's going flat out. We've had a fair few people coming in asking to test some injectors, which has been really good. We've basically sent them off to the manufacturer, so we haven't got the full value of the sale, but it doesn't matter because we're offering a good service. So my clients are happy. They're coming back tested. Hopefully a few more weeks we'll have the machine. Hopefully we're just packing up the injector rails that are left now. So not injector rails. I had a load of high pressure sensors, 4 rails. But they all look exactly the same, they're so annoying. So it's basically, it's these if you're not sure they are. So we're looking at taking these up, but you can barely read the numbers. My God, the numbers are so hard to read. So I'm just on with that, packing that. So that's the first thing. What else have we got to talk about? My God. We have done a lot of work on the, I know it doesn't show, but we've done a lot of work on the Honda CRX as well in the meantime, so I'll show you. So the plan is, I'm still on deadline, maybe, to paint the car this weekend. Well, I was, right? But I'm going to go buy a machine, which means I'll be out all day Saturday, which is knackered that plan, but we're still not far off. So basically, I'll show you what I've done. So since we last filmed, I have shaped the side. Oh, okay, that's as smooth as that is. Still got a tiny bit of a ding there, I can just feel it there, just over there. And I've got to finish this off a little bit, but it's looking really nice and smooth. It feels awesomely smooth. But the problem with this is I went to buy some paint. And I went to buy some paint again from the same guy that did my course a couple of years ago. And he told me, he said, look, I bought 2 litres of paint, which is overkill, but I'd rather have some in the bank, so to speak, just in case you hit the bumper or something in the future. But what he says is, out of the 2 litres, there's 1 litre of silver, which is a really high concentration of silver. He said, so make sure you get the bodywork perfect. He said, because any scratches, anything, is going to show everything straight away. Now, I'm not a professional painter, so I'm not going to get it perfect. I'll get it as good as I can. We'll do the best that we can, but that's where we're at. In fact, my plan for today is to do this. So I've done all my eBay stuff, I've done all my bits and bobs. I'm going to try and prepare the sunroof. Sunroof was carbon fibre, but we've painted over it because it kept bleeding through. It wouldn't lacquer properly. So we're going to sand it and paint that. Definitely going to try and paint the bumper today, but I'd rather do 2 things because you always have some paint and one not left. In fact, yesterday I spent about an hour cleaning my guns to make sure they're absolutely spotless inside because they're quite dirty actually. On to the next thing. Boom. See what's missing? Correct. 2 injector benches are missing. Reason is because we are starting to do the clean room. Yeah, so if you remember in the last video, so I went to my diesel testing station manufacturer, right, to the factory, and they said, oh, you have to have a clean room in place, which is quite a problem. Quite a problem because I didn't have a clean room, but luckily we had an office. Now, excuse the mess, it's in a massive mess, but we're still organising it. So I'll do it this way, just so you can see. Put the fridge in the microwave there. I've put my benches here where I've got my injector testing stations. Had a few problems, so I went to use the I moved the petrol injector tester and the switch just fell off, it just broke. So I've ordered one today, so that's in pieces. Then I've got my ultrasonic over there. Then we've got the nozzle tester, so to speak, but I've got to have my pop tester. I need to find a place for that. I've got injectors here to be reworked. Over here is going to be, wait for it, boom, my little vapor blaster. We finally bought one. I've got to go for it on the weekend. So I was after a Vape Max 750, which is the bigger machine, but that was, I won't say out of my budget, but it was too big for the time being for what I wanted because I've had to spend way more than I thought I had to spend. So we found a cheaper one on eBay. Saw it this morning, paid for it straight away. We're going to go for it. And realistically, before it was for the motorcycles, but now I only need it to clean the injectors. That's all I need to clean. So it's more than big enough for what I need, to be fair. But I would just like the big one for the motorcycle things. And then on this side, again, excuse the mess. I've got the computer there, all the CCTV, all that's being set up. I've got a hell of a lot of work to do with that. CCTV's been set up. The desk is over there, all set up. I'm going to have a whiteboard, which I've got behind myself there, and then that's where my diesel injector machine is going to come. Instead of that cabinet, that's going to be thrown away, and I think the microscope is going to go in that corner there potentially. I think, and maybe we'll have a pop tester over there. Depends on how. The thing is, the pop tester is quite wide, so I'm not too sure where that's going to fit just yet because we're running out of space. Yeah, so as you can see, it's organised chaos. The annoying thing is, I just tidied up my workbench the other day, and then my daughter said, "Oh, Dad, can I help you do the sort out the clean room?" So we started ripping everything off and putting everything in there. Next thing, I had to buy a workbench, but I've taken all these bits and bobs out because I'm preparing to paint my spoiler and my sunroof. I pulled the engine out as well. Engine is there, so it's clean, but it's really dirty. It's only dust though. Engine is there, and I'm honestly trying to get the body painted by the weekend, guys, but I've got so much to do, it's ridiculous. I've got to finish this side off. I found a crack there in the bodywork. I've got to sand this off. That's all shaped and ready. Take the door off, mask everything, and then take the mudguard front wings off, and then finish the bodywork off and paint it. So that's the plan for that. Also have the sign ready. Sign's ready to go up on the building. I'm just waiting for a mate of mine to come with his ladders so we can get that up as well. The reason I couldn't do it is because I want to get cameras outside the building. I didn't have the cameras. Now that I've got the cameras, I can get the sign installed because I'll do them both together. Also, the next job, potentially for next week, is I want to move my parts washer and my pending parts to be wash shelf. I want to have all this area completely empty. Oops. I'm moving my camera against the crate, that's why I was moving. I want to have all this area empty because I want to have this as like a waiting area. So I'm going to board all this off. So you can hear that banging, it's the wind, it's so windy. I don't know why, it's mega. It was fine this morning, but that's really windy. So the shutter's just bouncing. So we'll have all this boarded off and then put like a seating bit over there potentially. And I want to put a counter over here. Yeah, so that's that. So a lot has been going on, as you can imagine. My God, being flat out like a madman. So we've had all that going on. That's been good. eBay sales haven't been too bad. They've been really poor, really poor this week. But last week was really good, actually. The annoying thing we've had, or the really irritating thing is that we've had a fair few returns coming in. And this is something that really drives me nuts, is that people will buy things for motorcycles or cars. They'll buy the parts because they won't know what the problem. They'll assume that, say, for example, I had one with a CDI for a motorcycle. They'll assume that's a problem. Spend 70 quid on the part. They'll buy it, fiddle around, probably buy some other parts of other people. In fact, I had one buy 3 things off me, different things, and then return them all. Oh, change my mind, or I just don't like the item, which is a lot of rubbish. It's after 2 weeks. So they've bought the item, they've had it for 2 weeks. I've paid for the postage because it's free postage. They've had it, they've then claimed a return. And what bugs me the most, I wouldn't mind a return if they bothered to send a message and say, listen, I'm really sorry. Because I've had a few of those, I don't mind. I found that this isn't the problem. They just put it in return. eBay obviously accepts it straight away. And then you've got to pay for the postage back again. It's just mental. And now what really annoyed me this week, what really irritated me is that now, because we're in the parts and automotive category, is that people can, so apart from this issue about the returns, I had a fair few of those, is that people can check out your items and they can hold them for 30 days without paying. And that drives me nuts. And then they can say, "Oh, sorry, I don't need them now," but they've held your item in the cart. And I've been in, because it's parts. I'm assuming that's why I can't change it less than 30 days. It's stuck at 30 days, so that really annoyed me. It's just, what more do you want? You know, what more can you do to keep clients happy? And trust me, I try and give the best possible service I can. And sometimes you think, why bother? Because people just don't care. They could not care less nowadays. Not bothered. So the only way to counteract that is to have more sales, and that's what I'm doing. So I got really annoyed yesterday. And now I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to list more. So list more, sell more, and hopefully the good will outweigh the bad, right? But it's been quite good though, to be fair. It's been all right. It's been okay. It's been all right. Very tiring mentally, but what I'm doing now is, I said in a few videos ago, is I'm going to wake up early, do my listings at home, because I've got my desk, my mouse, I can fly through them real quick, then come to work, still come to work early, do my day's work, maybe work on the car a bit. So for example, now, it's 3:45, I'm going to start working on the Honda, all my eBay stuff's done. Do that and then go home. And when I go home, I do not turn my laptop on unless it's to do with something not related to this, essentially. So it's been really good. It's been controlled. It's been good. Everything's been absolutely fine. The only thing I have been toying with is the idea of selling my van, purely because I bought the van to pick up like bulk parts and bits and pieces, but I haven't really used it in a while. But then again, having said that, I was thinking about selling the van yesterday. I'm actually going to use, well, I'm not going to use it because I'm going to pick up the Vapor Blaster that I bought in my car, because it's only a small one really, but I was going to go down the van. So the only time it would affect me is when I'm going to buy bulk stock. But having said that, the amount of times I do that is very minimal, and I'm moving more towards the mountain bike, the injector side of things, which means that you need less parts and space and whatnot, right? So yeah, so that's been it, guys. I've not filmed for a while. I've had that much going on, honestly. It's just been absolutely crazy. Trying to get the room sorted out. I've now got to figure out how to put some extraction in as well, because I bought this chemical, and I'm not going to say what it is because it's actually quite a dangerous chemical. In fact, they will only sell it. They'll only sell me the chemical and deliver it to commercial premises. You can't just buy it and have it to your house. But this, it basically eats carbon, and it's fantastic. I literally put some motorcycle pistons in. They were carbonized, really carbonized. You literally put it in, take it out again, and they come out like brand new within minutes, even less than minutes. But it's quite dangerous to use, so I need to have some extraction in the unit in the office now as well. Yeah, waffling on now, I'm afraid. Just a bit of an I thought I'd give you an update because I've not posted in quite a while. So fingers crossed, it's going well. We're getting more injector clients coming in, injector inquiries as well, which is really good. I'm getting a fair few from the website, and I've got no SEO, no nothing. I've just put a website out there. So if you're bored, dieselinjectorsolutions.co.uk, have a look at it and let me know all the faults. I'm sure there's loads of them. Yeah, so we're just updating that as we go along. But apart from that, guys, that's about it really. Just been tidying up at the moment. Work-life balance has been fantastic. Things have been going quite decent. Not as high, not as many as I'd like to do in terms of sales, but that's been partly because I'm trying to keep up with everything. It's just impossible. In fact, we're now heading into the realm of starting to pay people to help out because it's just too much for one person. So I've got someone doing my website. I've got someone helping me tidy up. Someone helping me do this. That's going to start happening, just to try and maximize what I'm doing. Essentially, yes, there's a cost involved, obviously, but that's the best way of doing it. So I'm going to leave it to you guys because I want to get this spoiler painted. I'm really keen to get this spoiler painted. I want to test a few things. So when I bought the paint, the chap advised me to use it because I asked him, I always sand to 600 grit. He said, because there's so much silver in it, he said, sand to 800 grit. But that means I need to do a lot more prep work all around the car. So if I can just get the spoiler done this evening, I just want to see what the finish looks like. Because if I make a mistake, I can do it again. It's not a huge problem, right? So yeah, so apart from the fact I keep moving things around 10 times over, it's all going well. Cannot complain at all, to be fair. Cannot complain at all. That's it, guys. Hope it wasn't too boring. I thought I'd give you an update because some people ask me, oh, what are you doing? How's this? How's that? I thought I'd put a video out. So I'll see you in the next one. I think the next one's going to be about maybe the car. Not too sure. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully I'll film something tomorrow, hopefully. See you later.